Hello, hello. Oh my god. Hi, how are you all doing? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night. The first thing you may notice is I am having a little scuff situation with my chat box. Is it moving right now? No. Oh, there it is. It's moved. It's moved. For everybody who is lurking in pre-chat, thank you so much. And also, I'm really, really sorry. I was testing it. First real stream scuff. So thank you so much for bearing with my endless test messages. Oh my god, a red heart shape. Yep. Purple eyes crying. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. But hi. Thank you so very, very much for joining me today on this fine Wednesday. It's not Tuesday anymore. It's no longer VTuber Tuesday. Now it's VTuber Wednesday, which doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but it's okay. So firstly, I just want to say thank you all so much for attending my debut yesterday. I was very scared, very nervous, muy nerviosa, but hopefully you couldn't tell too much. I think it went okay. I was watching it back and, you know, survived, even if I was getting a little hot under the collar during. The girls all did such a fantastic job as well. I was watching, of course, Willow, Ketsu, Phyla, Cynthia, and Saru, my baby girls. Didn't they do an amazing job? Are you subscribed to all the girls, by the way? Because you should be, okay? You should be. You should be subscribed to the girlies. Subscribe. Otherwise you get the duster up your nose, and you wouldn't want that, would you? No. And thank you so much for the love on the ASMR video and the song cover. Oh my god, my first ever song cover. Insane. My previous experience of singing in the car, I guess, paid off a little bit. Oh my god. I can tell you guys a little bit more about the background process for recording a first ever song cover if you wish. We had a fantastic vocal coach, Estrella. She was marvelous at coaching me and the rest of the girls through our vocals. And I think it paid off because she's managed to polish a turd into a diamond. Well, a diamond. Maybe I'm hyping myself up a little bit too much there, but I think I did okay. The Pure Maid's Killer Kiss from an anime I have admittedly not seen. Is it? I don't know how you pronounce it even. Is it Akiba? Maid Wars? But yeah. Not an anime I've seen myself personally, but I saw some comments saying that it's an underrated, underloved, underappreciated anime. And we can't have that, can we? No. Oh, you guys are being so nice to me. Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate you all. I am actually going to read a little chat today, which I was not doing yesterday because I can't do more than one thing at once. Too many distractions make Mara's brain all scrambly. But today I can see you guys, so be nice. And you'll have to forgive me. I was so excited after my debut last night that I could not sleep. I could not sleep. I could not sleep, in fact. And I was awake until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's been a long day today, to say the least. But it's okay. I have my little coffee with me, and we will relax this evening. So did you enjoy the ASMR video, by the way? It was fantastic, in my humble opinion. Of course, I do specialize in ASMR, as I said in my debut. So, you know, it was just like slipping back into... There's an expression for this. What is it? It's like slipping back into an old pair of shoes? Socks? Pants? I don't know what the expression is. There's a saying for it, you know, when something's so familiar you just slip back into it. But it's like riding a bike. There we go. There we go. That would be more normal, wouldn't it? Oh my god. Fits like a glove. There we go. Pants. You know, I'm putting my pants back on. Hell yeah. But probably you guys are referring to American pants rather than British pants, which is what we call our underwear. Yes, for those of you who aren't terribly familiar with Brit slang, I think we might have some lessons. Perhaps. Oh my gosh, like slipping into a bike. It's like riding a pair of trousers. Exactly. Exactly. But yes, the British pants are not like the American pants. The British pants are the underwear. The underwear, the panties, the knickers, the pantaloons, if you're feeling sassy. But I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, you're sick and tired of seeing beans on toast jokes, so I'll try to keep them to a minimum here on stream, although I can't promise anything. We do love our beans on toast over here in stream. Maybe we'll have a beans on toast mukbang stream at some point. Would you love that? Would you love that, master? Would you love it if I fed you beans on toast bite by bite? Candlelit beans on toast feeding session. And maybe, if you've been extra good, maybe I'll put cheese on your beans on toast. Would you like that? I know you would. I know you would. Oh god, alright. I said I was gonna steer away from beans on toast, so let's for real steer away now. Okay. So, with the launch of Forbidden, sorry, I'm stealing Sarah's accent, Forbidden, we do of course have some additional links that are now live. So, this being YouTube, I'm going to speak cryptically. Alright, we have an alternative site called Patreon, where there are certain saucy audios, and I'm not just talking about ketchup or mayo, although maybe there's gonna be mayo of a different sort. Oh, Willow Wildfire is here. Hi, honey. Alright, oh my gosh. Baby's first raid. This is so exciting. Willy Willow is here with us today. It's like she's in the room. How was your stream, darling? She's finished her 2.0. Her cherry is popped. She said, hi, baby. Oh my gosh, Willow Wildfire just called me a baby. Oh. Willy raid, absolutely, hell yeah, hell fucking yeah. Oh, welcome in. It's not really raiding, is it, on YouTube? Welcome in, redirectors. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome from one 2.0 to the next. And I can give you a spoiler because at the end of stream today, we're going to be redirecting as well into Seru. So we can just form like a conga line and we can dance our way. We can dance our way over to Seru and see how she's doing. Cynthia's still going. Oh, sheesh. Is she really? Oh my gosh. She went live first too. She went live like 4 hours ago. Oh my god. Is somebody holding her hostage? Has anyone checked on her? I'm kidding, of course. I'm glad that she's doing super well and enjoying her 2.0. It makes me very happy to see. Right, she's already going into like a 24-hour, 1 month-long subathon. She is the Yapatron, the Yapinator. Absolutely, she is. We love her. We love her. She's holding everyone hostage. Oh god, it's the other way around. I thought she was being held hostage, but it's actually the other way around. You guys are holding her hostage. Wait, she's holding... Whatever. You get me. You get me. Sometimes my brain lags like a 2005 Dell desktop PC, and I apologize. I apologize. I can just sweat a little bit. I'll just be confusion. I am confusion. Oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh yes, Patreon. So if you are feeling particularly patriotic to the British Empire, or even if you're not, then there are weekly audios up on that particular site that I believe are linked through my bio here. Let me have a little look. Let me scroll down. Yes, indeed. The link is in the description. Oh my gosh, I'm a proper YouTuber. Guys, the link is in the description. How exciting. So if you are not signed up already, our rates are quite reasonable. My maidly add-ons, my hourly rate as a maid is quite reasonable, so there should be some room in the budget still as well for a cheeky little $5. But of course, I don't judge if you don't want to. It's all completely optional, and I appreciate you all equally regardless. Okay, I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you. Also today as well, we have had a world first merch drop. Oh my gosh, merch drop. Boom. Drop it like the bass, drop it like it's hot. Very exciting. So hang on. I believe I can pull it up on screen. 1 second. Oh my goodness, speak of the devil, speak of the vampire, should I say. Cynthia Sanguine, hi darling. Oh my gosh, is this a second raid direct? Should we call it a raid direct? Because it's not a raid technically. Who said bat again? Oh no. Oh my god. Hi. Hello, little love bites. I believe that's the correct term. Welcome in. How is your stream, my dear Cynthia? Yeah, how was your stream? I was saying you were the first of us to go live, and we were wondering if you were already hitting the 24-hour grind. I think Batigan suits very well considering the theme of your mascot. Very cute, very cute. Speaking of mascots, a little bit later in my own stream, don't worry, we will be going through fan names and tags. I promised that we would, so do not worry. I have not forgotten. My imagination is just mediocre, so assistance is required. Please. Yeah, imagine after all that I decided to call you guys my little bumble beaches. That would be mean. That would be mean. I'm sorry, darlings. I would never. Kisses. I would never. Oh god, you're all going to be turning off in your droves now because I've been rude to you. I'm sorry. But merchandise, yes, here we go. I can reveal, even though it's already been up on Uwu Market, I can reveal some merch designs. Let me make it a teeny bit bigger. Here we go. I'm gonna cover chat just for a minute. It's okay. It's moving kind of clunkily anyway, so I don't think much is gonna be missing. So we do have an array of merchandise on offer. I feel like Kejit has wares if you have coin. Warm Sands Traveller, have you come far today? Yes, well, Kejit has wares if you have coin. So we have t-shirts, tops, if you will. Tops. There's tops for sale. Shirts, whatever you want to call them. So, super cute design. Take a little look. I've got my feather duster and my knife. What do you have there? A knife. Hang on, where is my VTube studio? Let me move myself up a second. Boop, 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 boop. Knife comparison. I thought this was actually perfect for me to have a knife because in England, I mean, you can't even really carry a knife, frankly, but knife crime is a bit of a grim subject, but it feels very appropriate for the English gal to be carrying a knife. Cynthia gets the gun, I get the knife. It's okay. I know, hips don't lie. I'd be shaking about on a Wednesday night. Ooh, in a little bit as well, we can have proper detailed model zoom in as well. I'll pencil that in the diary. I'll pencil that into my notes. Model examination. There we go. Model examination. There we go. We'll pop that on the list for later on this stream. See, thighs like butter and a knife to cut it. So of course we have the shirts on offer. Super duper sexy. You can wear me to the shops. You can wear me to restaurants. You can wear me to your grandmother's birthday party. Appropriate for all situations, just like our hoodies. Oh my gosh, look into my eyes, darling. Oh my gosh, who is that? She's so sexy. So of course we have hoodies, so that if it's a little chillier, a little more on the colder side, and you want to snuggle up in the winter with dear Mara, we do also have a delicious warm hoodie with the design on the back as well, so you don't get to miss out on the design. Super cute, love. And details on the sleeves too, which I don't have a close-up of precisely, but you can see it's the florals and the bows, I believe. Codename bows is gonna stay with me forever and ever, because it is part of me. And it can be part of you too. Then we are not done. We are not done. Let me make this one a little bigger. Isn't she adorable? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We also have chibi key rings. Let's go. So cute. So freaking cute. So freaking cute. Oh my gosh. So if you lose your keys often, then don't worry, you will never lose your keys ever again, because why would you lose something so cute? I will be real upset. And so will your mother, because you've called her for the 5th time this week because you've locked yourself out. But you can carry me around with you. You can have keys that jingle, jangle, jingle, and a little Mara to accompany you on your adventures. Very cute, very cute. Then, last but certainly not least, we have acrylic standees for the bedroom. For the bedroom, hang on. Is she life size? Sadly not. Maybe life-sized Mara cardboard cutouts will be coming. I don't know. Maybe. Then you can put me in the window and scare passers-by or something. I don't know. One of the places I used to work at, we had an upstairs, like, unused storage area with windows, and around October time, some of the, like, employees would put this cardboard cutout of, I don't know, just some, like, old male actor in the window, and we would all be shitting ourselves. So I endorse doing that with Mara cardboard cutouts that don't exist, by the way. But we do have standees as well, so I can come and hang out on your desk as well, and I can supervise to make sure that you're not leaving too many crumbs on your desk while you're snacking and gaming. Because did you know that the leading cause of keyboards breaking is crumbs between the keys? And we can't be having that, can we? No, no, no. No, no, no. Absolutely freaking not. So the link to the merchandise is again in the description below. I feel so official saying that. Oh my gosh. So you can stock up for the summer with t-shirts, the winter with hoodies, and all seasons with the keyring and the standee. Really something for everybody. I mean, there's something for yourself, something for your nan, something for the dog, you know, dogs wear shirts, something for the whole family. So beautiful. Mouse pads, perhaps? I believe that was on the Forbidden Group goals. So who knows? Who knows? Plus, there's normally some like merch rotations as well through the years, like new releases of things coming and like seasonal items. So never say never. Never say never. Oh my god, a series of Mara dog toys. Oh my god, you can just have like a little feather duster that squeaks. Or we could have the mascot that squeaks. Oh my god, but then it's gonna get ripped apart. Oh god. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I retract that statement. I promise I don't want to see you get ripped to pieces. I promise. I would never. I would never. Exactly, you could also match with all the homies as well. You could get the whole gang in MaraVespidae merch. You can be absolutely swagged up, absolutely dripped out. It'll be stunning. You can hang out like at shopping centres, around the cheeky McDonald's, buying a 20-pack of chicken nuggets and wearing your Mara merch. Oh my gosh, that would be absolutely insane drip, insane swag. Oh my god. Plushies as well would be super cute. I would love plushies because I myself love plushies, and why the hell would I be against plushies as a plushie enthusiast? Duh. Duh. Although I remember collecting so many, we call them stuffed animals in the UK. Another cultural difference. But I remember collecting lots and lots of stuffed animals as a child, and I got to about, I don't know, 14, 15, 16? And my parents were like, I think it's time to throw some away. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean I need to throw away my stuffed toys? What? But I had to, so now my collection is sadly depleted. Wait, someone said hi, Ketsu? Ketsu? Is she here? She is! Ketsu! Hi, Angel! Hi! Ketsu in chat. Hello! Hola, hola. Hola, mamacita. ¿Cómo estás? I know, we love to see the other VAllure girls. Hi. Hi. Ketsu, did you get some good sleep, honey? Because you were up awfully late, by the way. You were up awfully late. You were still awake when I was waking up this morning. Which is the joy of time zone, of course. Because, you know, me and Saru were on that British time. But an awful lot of the other girlies are in various North American time zones. So there is often a little bit of quiet time for me in the morning when everyone else is asleep. And then the girls get quiet time away from me when I go to sleep too. So there's always a break from me and my yapping whenever they need it. Super EP. Ah, EP Ketsu joins us live from bed? ? That would be cute. I always wonder, actually I've never asked the girls if they're coffee drinkers. Because me, I always have a coffee in my hand. But being an EP girl VTuber is always a classic mode, and I wonder how the girls get out of it if they're not coffee drinkers. But that's just ponderings, personal ponderings, personal wonderings. Yeah, T, I'm sorry. Look, it's confession time. Phyla's not even here, and it's confession time. Okay. Hang on, I need to get an appropriate. Here we go. I don't actually really drink tea. I'm gonna get cancelled now. I'm gonna get my citizenship revoked. I'm gonna be booted out. Queen Elizabeth herself is going to come back from the grave. Oh my god, I've done it now. Chat is moving at the speed of light. Oh shit. Oh god. I know, I'm sorry. An English streamer who doesn't really drink tea. I know. I apologize. Look, tea makes me sleepy, okay? Tea, oh, that's the wrong toggle. I was gonna cry for a second. I know, every other Brit in the area is gonna be converging on my location to beat me the fuck up. Oh my god. Tea makes me sleepy, you know? It's a nice, warm, comforting beverage with, in my opinion, quite a low caffeine content. Have quite a high caffeine tolerance. Says me, who was asleep and awake until 3 AM last night after downing a monster during debut, but that was also nerves. Okay, Okay. Next she'll be saying she doesn't like Greg's. It's okay. Greg's is safe from me. Greg's is safe from me, so don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, Gamer Supps plug. Absolutely. You know what else is in my description? Gamer Supps. That won't make you sleepy. And that will give you all of your caffeine without the need for coffee. It's a flawless segue, isn't it? Isn't it? It's like when YouTubers do like a cutaway. They're like, we're sponsored by blah blah blah. It's like, hello. Speaking of tea, speaking of caffeination, Gamer Supps code Mara will get you 10% off your order, darling. Exactly. Honestly, Gamer Supps is so delicious, and it is an excellent caffeine alternative to coffee, because I know that the taste isn't for everybody. Alright, but there are some delicious Gamer Supps options on the website, which you would know if you click the link. But I occasionally drink herbal tea, perhaps if I need to sleep well, or I have a really sore throat. And of course, like, Ketsu put us girls onto the throat coat tea as well. Ketsu, our throat coat queen. During all of our debut preparation, where we were doing song covers and we were doing like audios and just lots and lots and lots of VC Discord yapping, the throat coat tea really was a savior, I will tell you. It's a little bit licoricey, which I'm not a great fan of, but I put a little honey in. Of course I did. I like honey in my tea. Typical. Just don't ask me where it comes from. Okay? Don't ask me where it comes from, because I can't answer that question for you just yet. But it's a really soothing tea, and it very much saved my butt and my throat during our pre-debut period, where we were in preparation, cloistered away, locked away in the tower, just waiting to let down our hair during debut. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm yapping so much. I hope you guys don't mind. We should give Ketsu commission, honestly, for real. Throat coat should sponsor Ketsu. For real. They actually should. Throat coat should sponsor all of us. Absolutely. This is my angelic face. So, I think before I forget, let me show you guys my model in a little bit more detail, because I said I would, and I must deliver on my promises. So, should we act like we're here for the very first time? Hang on, I'm gonna beam me up, Scotty. I'm off. There we go. Perfect. So, let's do a little zoomy zoom, and we can have a nice details examination, shall we? Hope you've got your gloves on, because it's time for our examination of all the finer details of my gorgeous self. So, starting with our delicate, dainty little feet, the steppies. I know that you guys definitely noticed how many of us have gold in our shoes during the reveal teasers. I know you noticed. We are full of bougie, luxurious details with Generation 2 Forbidden. You guys are sniffing my feet. Oh my gosh, I promise they're clean. I put on a fresh pair of stockings every day. Oh my gosh, Strawny Castles is joining us just in time to see my feet. Hello, darling. Hello, Reeflings! Hello, my loves! Let me do a real quick zoom up for yous. Oh, naughty, what are we seeing here? Naughty, 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 naughty. It's like I'm descending from the ceiling in all my glory. Welcome in. How is your stream, Strani? Welcome, darlings. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Maybe you're already familiar with me, but if you're not, my name is MaraVespidae and welcome to my second stream. Oh my gosh, exciting. We are on our debut 2.0 with myself and the rest of the VAllure Generation 2 gals. So you can hang out with us a little bit longer, relax, settle in, have yourself a tea, a coffee or a game of Supps. And just, relax and come and chill for a little bit. Or if you have to head off, then au revoir and thank you for coming. Alright, so of course, as we go through, you will notice... Hang on, I've got to go back up again. Here we go. You will notice a few little details for the wasp and the bee among us. Oh. Among us. And you can actually see kind of around them as well as I move. They actually move around, which is super cool. Is anybody into knees? Is that a thing? Being into knees? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Perhaps you're just waiting for me to move down a little bit more, I imagine, aren't you? Yup, the bee's knees. Literally, it's the bee's knees. It's the bee's knees. Now, thigh squish was definitely on the menu with Generation 2 Forbidden because, oh my god, take a little look at that. Oof, stunning. My favorite design feature is always a little bit of thigh squish over some stockings, some suspenders or some straps where you can just see everything getting squidged in a little bit. So cute, so cute, so cute. I love it, I love it. And again, the gold detailing, the holster scabbard for the knife. Oh my gosh. Luxurious. You can tell where the castle budget went after the king died. It went into absolutely dripping me out. And of course, my two little tail pieces as well at the back of the outfit. They are reminiscent, if you look at my reference sheet on twitter.com. They are reminiscent of the back pieces of like a bug beetle's wings, which is a fabulous, fabulous detail. And of course the skirt, which helps disguise all that butt that I'm definitely carrying around with me during my shifts. It's important to have movability, flexibility, and a little bit of breathability for your maid outfits, because otherwise you're getting all hot and sweaty working on the job, and you've got to stay cool. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do, 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 do. Now, of course, continuing up, we also have these two little side kind of cloths on the hips, which I don't know if this is intentional. It probably was, because everything is intentional with these designs. They thought these through so freaking well. It's crazy. Some of us girls are still discovering like little Easter eggs and little references in our models and everything, which is absolutely freaking lit as hell. But it kind of reminds me of like, little bug, just little like bug wing bits, like the little carapace of a bug, which is super cute. We have gloves as well. So not only do we have thigh highs, but we also have long, elegant gloves, so that I don't actually have to touch your crusty socks when I'm picking them up off of the floor, Master. Hmm. The wing cases, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Of course, snatched waist, because doing all the cleaning around the castle definitely keeps you in shape. And then we also have something else of note going on up here as well. Oh my gosh, we now get into the bows, which of course gave me my pre-debut code name. We can also appreciate a little bit of shine on the booba. Absolutely we can. The little ruffles at the top of the gloves. Oh, so cute. So cute. Absolutely live for it. A little necklace, of course, that's, shall I get closer? Will you survive if I get closer? Or will I get bonked by YouTube if I get closer? But I also have my little, it's like a honeycomb kind of design on my necklace, and I do also have a couple of little bows tied at the back of my neck as well. Literally, when I tell you every detail has been thought of, I was being for real. For real. Of course, more bows up top, of course. Have to accessorize my candy floss hair. Sometimes I think I look so delicious, I might take a bite out of myself. But then I think that would be cannibalism, and we can't be having that. Now for the more eagle-eyed among you, you will also notice that I have some freckles, which absolutely just makes the design, I think. Just my cute little face with my little freckles. Ah, just so adorable. Here, let me blush and bring the freckles more to the forefront. So cute. I cannot cope with myself, honestly. I spend hours staring at myself. I'm sorry. I'm so conceited. But I also have this gorgeous purple flower up here as well, just tucked behind the bow. I think I mentioned in my debut though, this is Deadly Nightshade, so maybe look, but don't touch, alright? Because it's pretty, but it's deadly. Of course, we have got my two little golden antennae, and just to make sure you know I'm a maid, I also have my little maid's headband as well, which also does a little jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Everything jiggle jiggles. Everything jiggle jiggles. Even my eyelashes, when I blink, they jiggle a little bit. God, so cute, so cute, so cute. Now that I'm done glazing myself, alright, shall we get on to something slightly different? Alright, so let me zoom myself in a teeny bit. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. So of course, the others have been talking about our group goals, So I do have a couple of my own, but just like the tags, everything's just kind of under construction at the moment, to be honest. You know, everything's a work in progress. You build your stream bit by bit, block by block, into exactly what you want it to be. So today we lay a couple more blocks in the foundation of our stream. So we have tags that we're going to get onto, and also some goals too. So which one should we do first? Coffee sip to help me think. Okay. Shall we do goals first? Sure. So we do have some group goals. If you didn't catch our collab stream yesterday on Willow's channel, then where were you? Sleeping yesterday? Working? At a family function? Instead of watching our collab? God, disgraceful. But luckily VODs are there for a reason, So you can come through and you can watch our sexy little collab afterwards, where we all hung out as a group and just got to decompress and answer some marshmallows, and just, you know, hang out as a group, because otherwise you just get to see us individually, which is great, but seeing us together is 6 times better. But we do also have, just provisionally, I'm going to put this up very big, boop, a few little goals in mind for myself personally. Alright, and you know, these can be subject to change depending on you guys' opinions as well, because I don't want to give you something you don't want, but for every 5k subscribers that we hit here on the channel, we have just a little reward. And will I always stream around this time? I will, yes. So 8 p.m. British time is going to be my usual time slot. Probably should have mentioned that. There are going to be some exceptions though. So if I do have a collab on somebody else's channel, then it might be at their time slots instead. So for example, Friday, we're doing Pico Park together, and that is 2 hours later than I would normally stream. So it's going to be 10 o'clock for me, which I think is going to be Sarah's time slot, although we are all streaming, but that was just because that's normally a good common time that works for all of us with our time zones. So it's a good middle ground. It's a good middle ground. But yeah, 8 o'clock. I think it's a kind of nice time because it's good for our UK and our EU fellas. And it's also hopefully okay for our NA lot as well. Yeah, wrap all over the pond. Because it's kind of, mid-ish afternoon, midday-ish for you guys. Something like that. I'm very bad with time zones, I'm really sorry. But for 10,000 subscribers, which seems an awful lot, but we're actually getting that kind of fast. We have got a foot cam horror game. Better actually paint my toenails for this, I guess. But just a little something, so you can see my toes curl and see me jump when I encounter a scary monster. You can see my visceral reaction captured within my toesies. 15k karaoke stream. Despite putting out a music video, I am actually very shy when it comes to singing and find it horribly embarrassing. So at 15k, I'll face my fear, I'll bite the bullet, I'll, you know, whatever all the other sayings are. I'll do it. We're gonna sing many songs together. Karaoke classics, perhaps. I know Sari wants to do a couple of karaoke streams, so that would be super cool too, but I think we would just really be dicking around. I'm sure she'd claim we were doing some super serious singing, but anybody knows that when the two of us are together, nothing is going super seriously. And she's just making me wash all the fucking dishes. Shame on her. 20k, we can do a fan-voted ASMR roleplay audio safer work version for YouTube. So maybe we'll have like a series of polls. We could go up in like a, you know, bracket style perhaps for the ASMR idea. Or maybe we'll just put one poll up and the winner is the winner. But of course I have some ASMR roleplays planned, but it would be nice to have you guys choose something that you want rather than just doing what I want, you know? Because we're going to do what Mara wants to do all the time, because this is Mara's channel. But I don't know, maybe I'll let you take the reins for once. Maybe, I guess. As a treat, a little self I don't know where I was going there. A little, a little, I was gonna say self-control, but a little bit control over the stream as a treat. It's 25k by copying audio with the 3DO. Of course, you have seen my thighs already, so you know what's going on down there. I'll take the knife off for it though, just so it's not like stabbing you in the ear, because that would not be a very pleasant ear cleaning stream. Oh my god, rupturing your eardrums for ASMR. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? It would be IRL thighs, by the way, but I know that doing cam for that is dodgy grounds for YouTube. Amy did one yesterday and I think she had to take it down because it was getting restricted. So we'll keep it to audio only, but maybe I'll record it anyway. And I'll just keep the footage on hand in my bedroom under my bed for a rainy day whenever I need an extra reward for something, perhaps. I don't know. Anyways, I'll think about it. Then next 30k we have ear licking. Again, another thing that YouTube is not too keen on. We get it, we understand. YouTube can be a family platform. I get it, darlings, don't worry. I'm very family friendly, you know. Mothers are mothering. So this will likely be up on Patreon. Because saying it in a French accent definitely makes it better. Patreon. I know, poor YouTube. I love ear licking, but evidently some people don't, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. Then at 35k, thigh cam stream. Maybe ASMR, maybe gaming. We'll see what the vibe is. But perhaps you can see my thighs in a little pair of shorts while I do something. Would that be nice? Would you like that? Then 40k. So far everything has been not really, you know, it's rewarding, but I'm not suffering for it. We get to 40k and it's suffering time for me. All right, it's gonna be Hot Ones challenge. Oh, I think. Oh God. Although you guys are the hot ones, so I guess we're doing Hot Ones challenge every day. But at 40k, we will do a proper hot sauce challenge. I don't know if we can call it Hot Ones because it's branded, but hot sauce challenge for sure. Now, being from England, my spice tolerance is like negative 1000. So this is going to be quite a challenge for me, which is why it's quite high up. I also have a very low pain tolerance, which is why shock collar comes next as well. Peppercorn is too hot. Okay, I know you're saying that to joke, but I don't like a lot of pepper on my food because it burns. Oh God. The shame. Ketsu's rolling in her bed right now. She's rolling in her tree at the fact that I am over here being burned by too much black pepper on my food. Oh. So I'm definitely cooked for this one. But it's okay. I hope that you will come and laugh at my suffering, and I hope that it will be worth 40,000 of you. Then at 45k, shock collar, classic shock collar. Chat memes, kind of you laugh, you lose type format is what I was thinking. If you do have any alternative ideas for any of these, by the way, feel free to tweet me, by the way. Although I think most of these are pretty good, and I think you'll enjoy them. Like I said, I have a very low pain tolerance as well, so getting shocked, yeah, this is the suffering type of tear. This is when you start hurting me, okay? This is when we go from pleasure into pain, but just on my end, and you guys get to sit in and laugh at me. Then at 50k, a cooking stream, cooking with Mara, and I will let you guys pick what we cook. There's a little extra layer of reward as well. All right, and then maybe we'll have a nice little candlelit dinner. It'll be so cute, and you can apologize for the spicy hot sauce and the shock collar. Just kidding, I do it to myself. I'm very aware. So don't worry. I've signed up for this willingly right now. This spot is going to be up and you guys can refer back to it and be like, today, Wednesday, 2nd of July 2025, do you remember when you promised that you would do the hot sauce challenge and you were going to blast your tongue into the atomic realms? And I'm going to be like, yeah, I do remember that, thanks. So we're going to have some milk on hand for that one. I'm going to ask Seru and Cynthia, my milky sisters, to give me plenty of milk so that I can recover afterwards. All right, milk and honey I think is very important for spicy recovery. Oh my god. Alright, now I said in my debut that 30k was my goal, so of course I've accounted for up to 50k here because I think that's realistic for the time being. If we get to 50k, then my god, we can start raising the stakes. 60k, what are we gonna do at 60k? I'm gonna go outside for 60k, perhaps. Although that sounds kind of scary, so maybe that'll be a 200,000k reward. But anyway, we can think of some nice high stakes things for post 50k. Maybe we can do steak dinner. High stakes. Get it? That's not funny. Alright. Boom, let's get rid of that. And let's move to our hashtags. Alright. Oh, but before that. So before actually we move away from goals. So during the group collab yesterday, we did run through some of the group goals for everybody. So they were goals, in case you missed it, that if all of the Gen 2 girls reach each of these subscriber milestones, we will do said thing. So at the moment, 3k, because we weren't sure how we were going to do in this first kind of section of our debut. So at 3k, we were all about that mouse cursor. And then at 5k, things like that, we kind of moved up. Now I know some of the girls are doing Fansly, and we will be joining them on Fansly. Oh, sorry, I can't say Fansly. I can't say that. Blue site, the alternative site. Apologies. It was on the screen at the time. Bumble Beasley's. That doesn't make any sense. Don't bonk me, YouTube. But I myself am not planning on particularly using that website myself. I know some of the girls are. Perhaps I'll consider dabbling in the future for some games, perhaps. But aside from joining them for that goal, I currently will leave that sort of thing to Cynthia and some of the other girls. Honeysley, exactly, Maidsley, exactly. So just disclaimer, I have had a couple of marshmallows asking me to direct them to my own link for that, but regretfully, darling, Patreon is the location for that kind of content for me. Alright, but I promise you will enjoy it. I promise, because I enjoyed making it, so I know you'll enjoy listening to it. I also wanted to quickly mention too, I know I have had a couple of comments in chat, a couple of marshmallows, a couple of tweets about my lore video, how young is the master. Let's just say that lore is background, my background, and not necessarily the present, so don't worry. Everybody is purely adult, alright? You may be my master, but you know, everything here is above board, so don't you worry. Would I say I'm say-so? Would I say so that I'm say-so? Not fully, of course not. A girl can't live without a couple of her innuendos. Absolutely not. So don't worry. Things aren't going to be fully wholesome here. Just mostly. Now, tags. Where are we? Hashtag slides. There we go. Alright. So, I said yesterday that we do have some tags to work on, official tags, fan names, etc. So I have been taking a few of your suggestions on board, particularly for the fan names. We've had some very good suggestions. The drones, Vespa drones, the honey buns. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted by the food for that one. The confectionery item from America might come for me at that one. I did, of course, think about the beehives. The beehive, but I don't want Beyonce to come for me because I think if it came down to a scrap between me and Beyonce, I would for sure be losing. Even though I am cute and sexy and I have a knife, I just miss Beyonce. Please don't hurt me. We had the Hive Knights, the Bumble Kumas. That did make me laugh. I did have a hashtag Mara mascot, which is where I found most of these, but there are some in my marshmallows as well. Good Bees, I don't know if that was a suggestion or if you're just asking me to call you a good boy, which I can do. You're a good boy. My marshmallows aren't loading. Oh my god, there's too many marshmallows and it's not loading the next page. We also had the Pollinites. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at trying to read things. My brain does not compute. We had the babies, the honey dudes, the Vespidae, the Maramores, the Baras, which is Bee and Mara squished together. Well, the honeysuckles. Okay, that's pretty good. The sweet bees, the Vespidae, and the babies are all extremely good suggestions. My idea, personally, was the bumble babes, because then you could be my little bumble babies if you're being really cute. I don't know if you guys have a consensus in chat at all. The Bumble Babes was my favorite because I thought it was so adorable. Maybe if we can't reach a consensus today, we'll have a Twitter poll. I don't know. The general tag, oh my gosh, why did I have no idea for the general tag, honestly. Everyone else came up with such good ideas for this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of some funny puns and I just could not. DrawMaraAra for art. I was pretty set on some of these actually. I know I said help, but maybe I don't need help. Maybe I'm a strong independent bee. DrawMaraAra, MaraAra for the art tag. I quite liked that, frankly, and I know there's some art in there already, so I might leave that how it was. I did originally have it down as hashtag Mart because it's Mara art, but that was a complete and utter troll. I was never gonna keep it as hashtag Mart because that's stupid as hell. So DrawMaraAra was super cute, I think. For alternative artworks, we also have a MaraGoneWild. I quite liked that. That was pretty funny. And again, there's already some art under that tag, so I'm probably going to leave that as it is as well, because MaraGoneWild, definitely, I was vibing with that very heavily. Then MaraLive for our live. It's really not very imaginative, but I am in fact live. And then Mara in 4K for our clips. Any clips, highlights. If you've clipped me on stream farting, which hasn't happened yet, by the way, for those of you who are looking out for it, you're disgusting. Yeah, disgust me. I don't know why I'm becoming the fart girl of Generation 2. Oh my god, in the Discord all day, every day, girls are like, oh, Mara's gonna fart. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna fart. Girls, I'm not gonna fart. Chat, stop sniffing. No, stop sniffing, stop sniffing. Honestly, you eat beans in your country and you just, your reputation is ruined. Suddenly you're a farter. So yes, the fan name and the general tags are really the things that we're kind of trying to decide on. The bumble kumas, honey kumas. Yeah, Vespidae is cute, but I want something that rolls off the tongue. The babies is pretty cute. That is pretty cute. If you would like to suggest some things, by the way, you can use the hashtag MaraMascot on Twitter, which was where I was collecting them originally, I think. Let's have a look. Hashtag MaraMascot. Oh, I cannot spell. There we go. Yes, perfect. So MaraMascot is our tag just there. If you want to drop some for me, maybe this discussion will go into a second stream. We'll see. Oh my goodness, Echo Mori is here. Rat invasion. Oh my god. The rats are here. The rats. We're the rats. Hello, Echo. Hi, honey. Thank you so much for the raid direct. Hi. How is your stream, darling? Welcome in, everybody. If you do not know me, you're about to, because my name is Maravespidae. Ratigan. Oh god. My name is Maravespidae and I am part of VAllure's brand new Generation 2 Forbidden, who debuted yesterday. How exciting, we're brand new, fresh from the VAllure, the Stronny womb. We're freshly birthed and with great sets of hair, might I say. Oh my god, rat again. Oh my god. The thing is, I think Willow started rat again. I don't know where it came from originally. Some sort of song about Pixar rats. I can't remember. But this is all because of Willy. This is Willy's fault. I guess it's only fair because it's my fault that she's called Willy in the first place, because I said about it in Stronny's chat, and boom, suddenly she was Willy Wildfire. and it hasn't gone away. So I pay my penance by seeing rat content in my chat. But yes, drop your suggestions for some fan names, fan ideas, and also for our general tag as well. So if you just have some general content that you would like me to peruse, I will sit and I will drink my morning coffee and I will scroll the tags and I will feast mine eyes upon thy glorious content using the tags. I know, see, the boobies is such a good one already, but I already have that as my Oshi mark, the bow and the bee, the boobies. So I want to have a little bit of variety, if at all possible. You know, the boobies, the boobies is an absolute freaking classic, but I feel we need to branch out a little bit, mayhaps. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Echo. Thank you. Oh my gosh, appreciate you so much. The support from all of the girls who are watching along was absolutely crazy. Everybody's commentary had me blushing, and because apparently I had you guys blushing, so we're in a little blush cycle. Yeah, blush cycle. The sweet combs, that's cute. The buzzers. Oh, what are we buzzing for? Yes, there are some really good gay names. It's actually been so hard. For some of these tags and things, there have been some standout suggestions, some things that I was definitely dead set on, and then for others, it's been like so difficult, and I don't know why. The bee's guard, the bee's knees. Could be the bee's knees, bro. Could be the honey pots. That's giving Winnie the Pooh a little bit too much, I think. The nectar nerds. Oh my god, we could be the nectar nerds when we're having like a particularly nerdy educational stream. The nectar nerds are in class today. Bumblebuds. Oh my god. See, if we did bumblebees, we could also at various points be the bumble babies, the bumblebuds, the bumble bitches, if you're feeling spicy. I think, you know, it's got a lot of versatility. I know. Take a shot every time we make a bee pun. Oh, you'd be on the floor, darling. You'd be on the floor. Marathon. Oh my god. Oh my god, when we do a subathon, it's a marathon. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I saw somebody suggest that already. That's so crazy. Oh my god. That's cool. I like that. I bead myself. I just bead myself all over the place. Yeah, you'll see that I have had a few marshmallows about whether I'm a wasp or whether I'm a bee. Officially, I'm a wasp, but I know we get a bad rep at various times, so the bee stuff also helps me seem a little bit more appealing, because I do get some comments and some marshmallows say that they don't like wasps and bees, and I'm really sorry about that. I didn't used to like them either. But I got a little bit older and I realized just how important bees are to the, you know, the ecosystem. So they grew on me, not literally, because that would be weird. But I did get stung by a wasp last summer, so yeah, that did, you know, scar me a little bit literally. I have a little hole in my finger where I got stung, but it's okay. I'm here to help everybody overcome their fear of the bees and the wasps. Because I promise I will not sting you. I promise. The wasp nights. Very nice, very nice. The buzzy bees. Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely. There's some good suggestions. I am loving this. I am loving this. Oh my god. Now, I did also say I was going to do some marshmallows. Let me see if my second page is loading yet. Oh, it is! Perfect. All right. Marvelous. Okay, we can go down. I have answered some marshmallows on Twitter already, but I didn't want to spam through all of them because obviously I want to leave some for future streams. So if you have submitted a marshmallow and you think I haven't seen it, I have. I promise. I promise. To everybody who has submitted nice, kind, cute, encouraging words, I appreciate you so much. So much. You know, I can't respond to every single one because there have been so many, but just know that if you submitted something super nice and encouraging and wished me luck, then I see it and I appreciate it. What's a marshmallow? Very good question. Very good question. So I also didn't really know too much until a few weeks ago, but marshmallow is a anonymous messaging submission board. So you can go on to your favorite creator if they have a marshmallow, and you can ask your questions or send a message. Be nice though, because you know online harassment is not cool and not fun. And it's called a marshmallow. I don't quite know why, but I get little emails saying that someone has thrown a marshmallow at me, and that means that somebody's asked me a question. So I have currently 100 of them sitting here, and that is even having answered some already. You guys have been absolutely crazy coming and asking me questions, and I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. I love waking up in the morning and seeing a big bunch of emails notifying me that marshmallows have come in, because it means I get to read your delicious words. And thank you very much. Our marshmallow link is here if you do want to submit something for me. This by no means is going to be my last Q&A stream. Absolutely not. I think that it will be maybe a regular feature of my schedule on a monthly basis. We can go through, do a little Q&A, you know, get some thoughts on some topics, some opinions. We can start some discussions, you know, get to know me a little bit better, because you can't get to know someone, you know, fully over the course of 2 days. It can take a lifetime, but luckily we have plenty of time together. Don't you worry, don't you worry. You may have noticed, by the way, that the other girls are streaming like every day, and my streams are slightly less frequent. This is because I also have a full-time traditional job as well. So if you ever see me being a little bit quiet on the social media, or I'm up really, really early, it's because I have to go to work. So I mentioned yesterday as part of my debut that one of my goals ultimately was to, you know, get a little bit of, you know, extra, what's the word? A little bit of financial flexibility to be able to, you know, move into my own place with a garden where I can grow wildflowers and tomatoes and cucumbers and sunflowers, things like that. And kind of a secondary, sorry, I didn't censor the word job, I'm so sorry. I know it's deeply scarring to hear the word job. I know, I'm really sorry. But you know, a kind of goal that goes hand in hand with that is, of course, I would love to do this full time and be able to stream every single day, and you know, be able to devote my full attention to you. So we'll work up to that one. I think you know. She said it again. I'm sorry. I'll move away from the subject. All I can see is chat is the terrified emotes. I'm sorry, I'm like ruining everybody's evening. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. you know, I know it was scarring for some of you to see my my short about the McDonald's. What's going on inside her head? And then it's just the McDonald's sound. I know that resonated negatively with a few of you. Oh, my coffee's cold. God damn it. It's okay. I'm gonna pretend it's iced coffee. So marshmallows. Let me go all the way back. All the way back. I'm gonna go back to the very beginning, to the very dawn of time. Oh, we're gonna go back to the creation of the Mara universe, and we're gonna look at some marshmallows. Okay, okay. Okay. So, hang on. I need to start marking these as red. Honestly, I'm terrible. What type of content do you think you're going to focus on with YouTube? I'm gonna drop this away, by the way. There we go. I think my schedule this week is actually pretty indicative of my kind of plans for stream. So a little bit of gaming and a little bit of ASMR as well, because, you know, ASMR streaming has been my favorite for a long time, and, you know, I love it. Tingles, live tingles, seeing you guys go honk shmee live and just being able to do a you know, a trigger assortment, buy some new items, experiment with some new items, and just have like a nice chill cozy kind of hangout is my favorite. And I can watch you sleep. Yes, exactly, I can watch you sleep. You're drooling. It's okay, don't worry, I can wipe it up. Boop. But gaming as well is also part of my bread and butter, as they say. So like I said in my debut, yes, I'm a gamer, but I'm also a comfort gamer, I guess. I've played the same things over and over again. You know, I have my comfort games, my Bethesda classics, Fallout, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online. Actually, I was a massive fan of Elder Scrolls Online when that came out. I know that was a bit of a divisive game. I don't even know if anybody here, it kind of fell off. It fell off. They're still releasing content. I'm not playing it, but yes, I mentioned Estrella. Hi, baby. Hi. Estrella Natura is here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Elder Scrolls Online mention. Woo! I have played the original Oblivion, but I have not played the remaster because it was kind of expensive. And I was gonna play it on stream, but I don't know if the hype has passed. And I think, oh, I don't want to spoil it, but I heard some of the other girls talking about playing Oblivion, and I don't want to have too many people playing it at the same time, because it's like, ooh, welcome to Oblivion, you know, v Oblivion. But it's definitely on my list to play the Oblivion remaster. Witcher 3 I've replayed so many times, because obviously you have to go through all of the romance options. You can't just sit there and spam Yennefer every single time. You have to spam Triss every single time too. And oh my god, but there's a new one coming out at some point. Oh my god, when does that come out? Hang on. Witcher 4? Is that what they called it? Okay, when does it come out? Tell me, Wikipedia. Tell me, Wikipedia. Is it going to tell me anything? Hang on. Witcher 4 release date. That would be smart. 2027. Oh, fantastic. 2027. Okay, well, stay tuned for that one. we're gonna be here a while waiting for The Witcher 4 to come out. But Ciri was one of my absolute favorites. So I always dreamed when I was a little bit younger of doing a Ciri cosplay, but I've never managed to actually do a cosplay. Maybe in future, but she was my absolute, my baby girl Ciri. I know she was everybody's baby girl. But yeah, lots of gaming. I'm not very good at FPS, like I said, but I will give it a go for these girlies in Gen 2 who love to game as well. We're gonna be Marvel rivalsing, marveling our rivals. We're gonna be maybe Fortniting. I did get a new account, so we can maybe go from level 1 in Fortnite. We can get into bot lobbies that make me look so good. But I've also played like Overwatch in the past and things like that, although I am a Mercy main. Probably comes as a surprise to nobody that I was a Mercy main. I think that's pretty common. But it was just so that I didn't have to aim, okay? I used to say to everybody, I play Mercy because I like to decide who lives and who dies. But in reality, I can't aim for shit, so it saved me from that. FPS are smelly. Yes, they are. FPS are very smelly. Stinky, stinky games. But I'll give them a go anyway. Just when I whiff all of my shots, please be nice to me. We can hark back to the days when Mercy could res multiple teammates at the same time. Ugh. We miss those days. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, I was kind of saving this question. Do you prefer the smooth, confident maid doting on her master, or the clumsy, shy maid melting from her master's attention? And the answer is both. The answer is both. So, of course, I love to serve. Master, of course. And, you know, you guys do make me melt with how sweet you are. I also like to return the favour too. I think it's a little bit of give and take, a little exchange, a little flick of the switch, dependent on the mood. I think suits me very nicely, and looks like it suits you guys too. Good. And there's actually my ultimate favourite, which is the super confident, brash, you know, kind of type, but secretly very, very melty under the surface and can crack super easily. Say less about that one. Alright, so let's have a look. I love the British accent. Thank you. Grew it myself. Why did you audition for VAllure? Fantastic question. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm in an interview right now. Thank you everybody for coming to my interview. So we're gonna have a little past life mention here because I think it's only natural. So I was streaming by myself for a little bit, and I was having so much fun. But doing things by yourself gets a little lonely sometimes. You know, you're kind of vibing out, and it is great fun. But sometimes you dream of having sexy sisters who will tease you about the state of your gaming chair and will accuse you of farting when you totally didn't. And you know, it just, VAllure is a fantastic agency, obviously. I mean, of course I'm biased, but everybody from the outside looking in can see it anyway. I mean, I could see it before I joined. Just the absolute camaraderie the absolute camaraderie. Did I say that right? Gen 1 was so freaking cute. You know, they smashed out their debut, smashed through their first year, and I am extremely lucky to get to be here right now. Hopefully smashing Gen 2 year 2. Let's go, let's go. Your poor chair. Yeah, it's alright. It went in the bin. It went to chair heaven or chair hell. And I got a new one. So I solemnly swear that this time round I will dispose of my chair before it gets that bad. But yeah, just, you know, having also the opportunity to explore as well and branch out a little bit, you know, do some gaming, make ASMR audio roleplays, which is where I had my humble beginnings. Having the opportunity to have the support to do everything, to do the streaming, to do the ASMR roleplays alongside, like, just has been absolutely incredible. You know, everybody at VAllure has been fantastic and wonderful and supportive, and I love everybody dearly. Will you teach us cleaning methods? Well, I do love cleaning TikTok. Do love a cleaning TikTok of those like housewives who have their scrub daddies. So maybe we could have some cleaning lessons, okay? Just don't mix your chemicals. You will make mustard gas. Okay. Stay safe. Stay safe. Will you, oh my gosh, will you clean, oh, tongue reveal by the way. Will you clean our ears? Absolutely I will, darling. Absolutely I will clean your ears. After all, I need you to listen to me extra good. So, I will definitely be cleaning your ears. Don't worry. I have multiple tools and your ears are filthy. So, don't worry. A good cleaning is on the cards. I'm going to be rooting around in there, searching for wax and critters. So you're gonna come out the other side all sparkly and clean, and you're gonna be hearing colours. When you hear with all the colours of the wind, as they say in Pocahontas. Alright, let's have a look. Oh yes, the wasp mentions, the wasp references in the model. Of course, there are the little honeycombs around, the little honey pieces, and in my eyes. Hang on, let me gaze into my eyes, darling. Let me get a little closer. I also have teeny triangle bees inside my eyes as well. So, as with all the girls, the little references, they are subtle, but they are there. And of course, there's many bees in my background. So it is undeniable that there are bees. Wasps don't make honey. Well, this is a confusing situation then, isn't it? And the wasp bee, the wasp. Anyways, my brain just seconded. Oh my god. All right, let's take a little look. How dirty things are gonna get before you feel the need to clean us up. Well, I can't stand any mess actually, so you're gonna get cleaned up real good because there's gonna be no mess in this castle. No mess. Wasps are apex bugs. Oh, Apex Legends mention? Really? Oh my gosh, Apex Legends mention? I'm kidding. Me and Sarah are gonna play Apex Legends, I believe. Spoilers. We're gonna be on that Apex grind. We're gonna be ranking Just kidding, we're not going to be ranking in Apex because that's a horrid idea. Oh my god, it's already summer and I'm already sweating enough without getting into Apex ranked. Let's... Might one inquire with utmost refinement whether the posterior possesses a pleasingly ample and shapely form? Why, yes, it certainly does. It certainly does. I know it's not an explicitly, you know, designed part of my model, but don't worry, the posterior is posterioring. Curves and swerves all over the place. If they were to lie me down on like an exotic island and make me into a mountain range, I think it would be like Moana, which I actually haven't seen in forever, where they make the goddess into the mountain. She's got her little hips going That's kind of how I'm imagining myself. Very humble, I know, very humble. If you were a Pokemon, what type would you be? Oh my god, fantastic question. Can you guess? Can you guess? I think I'd be a dark type. No, I'm kidding. I'd be a bug type. Bug type. Bug type. I think a bug type with some levels in fairy type. For sure. For sure. I'm acting like I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to be taking levels in fairy type. Oh, Bug Steel is actually a good one too because of the lore and the past with my warrior background. Someone's paying attention. Congratulations. Yes, I think Bug Fairy perhaps? What sort of combination? Okay, now this has got me thinking. This got me thinking. Oh my gosh. Beedrill, right? Oh my gosh, Beedrill is gonna have to be my main. I did play a few Pokemon games in my childhood. I had my Nintendo DS when that came out. I had Nintendogs for the Nintendo DS. That was my absolute favourite game. I can't lie, Nintendogs. When you like washed the dogs. Oh my god, elite gameplay. But I played... oh god, I've got to remember now. Many moons ago. I played... Pokemon Pearl, oh my gosh, and then I played Heart Gold after that as well. Oh, what were the starters for Pokemon Pearl? Hang on a minute. Pokemon Pearl starter Pokemon. Was that when you had like the Chimchar? I think it was. Yes, oh my gosh, I took Chimchar because I was a very mainstream fire type main growing up. Main character syndrome. And then in Heart Gold, I think I chose Chikorita, the leaf type, because I wanted to pick something I wouldn't normally pick at that point, but she's super cute, so I was definitely very pleased with my choice there, because Chikorita is so cute, so cute. I do have a couple of the more recent games as well for the Nintendo Switch, but there's something about the 3D kind of running around that I like it, but it's just not as dear to me as the nostalgia of the little pixels on the screen and only being able to really move in a, you know, backwards, forwards, left, right kind of situation. Do you plan on doing ASMR collabs with your fellow gen mates? Absolutely. Friday night Pico Park coming soon. Yes, we have a fair bit on the cards. I won't spoil it, although I kind of did a little bit. I've mentioned some stuff already. But definitely, we are getting the girls together on a semi-regular basis in various combinations so that we can hang out and, you know, explore each other's favorite games. And, you know, we are often from different countries with different languages, different cultures. So we're going to do a little bit of kind of, you know, teaching of the cultures, cultural exchange, things like that, which is going to be super cute and funny and very sexy. I would also love to do some like ASMR audio roleplay collabs with the girlies as well. You know, again, get everybody together, experiment with some scenarios, and get to hear everybody's delicious little voices. Delicious voices up close with ASMR. It's as much a treat for me as it would be for you guys. Yes, my first gaming console was a Nintendo DS. Some people down my road had Game Boy Advances, but I led what I consider to be a slightly sheltered childhood, and I was not allowed too many gaming consoles or technology things in my formative years. So Nintendo DS was my first gaming console. I'm a real gamer. And then I had the PS2, but never the PS1 for the same reason. What would you like us to call you, Miss Vespidae? Oh, Miss Vespidae. Oh, you're the first to call me that, and I do quite like it. But I promise that Mara is just fine. But if you do want to call me Miss Vespidae, if you're feeling nasty, then that's fine too. I do know that I have another marshmallow somewhere up here that also says, are you okay if we call you Mommy? And the answer is yes, of course, darling. That is totally fine if you'd like to do that. Although, if we're being British appropriate, it's actually Mummy. But it doesn't have quite the same ring to it, does it? Mummy, mother, mama, ooh. What about Lady Mara or Lady Vespidae? Oh my gosh, Lady Mara. Ooh, okay. Now you're cooking, Lady Mara. Lady Mara, Vespidae Castle. Ooh. Oh, stop. My head is growing 5 sizes to match my boobies. Oh my god, I've had several marshmallows who have asked me if I am ticklish. Yes, I'm ticklish. Very ticklish. I hate it. I hate getting tickled. If you tickle me, I'm sorry, it's gonna end. It's some sort of injury, and the injury is gonna be on your part. I'm sorry. I hate it. I know. Look, you asked a question. I cannot lie. All right. I cannot lie. My feet are also very sensitive too as well, so that's why I've got my little stockings on, because you will not be touching my bare feet just yet. Or again, you might get a playful shanking. Exactly. It's a playful shanking. It's not meant maliciously. I'm just defending myself from the evil tickles. That was a surprisingly popular question, actually. Is there something going on that I should know about? Some sort of tickle society who's out to get me, perhaps. Oh my god, no, I hate being tickled, honestly. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I also don't like being picked up as well. I don't know why it gives me such anxiety being picked up as well. Obviously it doesn't happen to me particularly because, you know, my days of being swung onto, you know, parents' shoulders, they've passed. But ooh, don't like heights, even though I'm 5'11". If you get me to even 5'12", which is technically, is that 6 foot at that point? Then yeah, nah, it's all over. Motion sickness. I'm all done. Vertigo. Are you a coffee or a tea kind of person? Coffee. Coffee. All day, every day. Coffee. I went through this phase where I was trying to not have coffee first thing in the morning because it's supposed to be good for you to have like a little gap after you wake up, before you start hitting the coffee, just for it to be a little bit better for your health. And I had daily headaches for like a month before I finally managed to kick that particular habit. So it's okay though, it was worth it. It was worth it. I function so much better now without coffee in the morning. Okay, that was a lie. I used to be a instant coffee kind of girl. I'm sorry, coffee can get so expensive, and like, you know, times in the past, if sometimes, you know, the budget's not always been there, I can go out and I can buy a jar of freeze-dried instant Nescafe coffee for like £4, and that'll last me for like 4 or 5 months. But I did recently splash out, and I have treated myself to a I can't remember what brand it is. But one of those pod coffees, you know, just a little something for the kitchen. It wasn't terribly expensive, but it has definitely brought a new level of coffee consumption to my life. Now I can have cappuccino, I can have latte, I can have my personal favorite, the caramel macchiato. There's also hot chocolates as well, hot chockies for the winter months as well. So it's a little bit more expensive, I know, but I'll be honest, it has kind of been a very nice quality of life increase. So let a girl have a little indulgences, you know. I also get plenty of coffee when I go to work too. So to be fair, I probably only drink like, I don't know, thinking face. I don't know, maybe like 3 to 4 coffees at home a week. So it's not too bad. It's okay. It's the coffee economy. The coffee economy. Maybe I'd be able to buy a house if I stopped drinking Starbucks and eating avocados. I did answer this question on Twitter, but what percentage of human and bug would you say you are? I gave a very unserious answer. Oh my god, indulge mention. Yes, we like to indulge. Let's go, indulge mention. But what percentage of human and bug would you say you are? Well, I think I am mostly human because, you know, as you look around my model, look around my person, I don't have any particular bug-like features aside from the little notes here and there. So I'm not full, you know, Quetzalcoatl. I can't say it properly, Quetzalcoatl, like Ketsu. You know, I don't have the wings, I don't have any tails, I don't have any stripes or anything like that. So I don't think there's anything hidden. No, trust me, you have seen almost every one of my toggles. There's actually one more I haven't done, and I'm gonna do it fairly quickly for you because some of these toggles I'm not 100% sure how YouTube's gonna feel about them. But let me squish myself back a little bit so you can see. There is also a lean forwards toggle as well. You can also lean forwards. Hello. Yes, exactly. Lean mention. So there, now you've seen everything. Now you've seen everything I have to offer. Now you've seen it. There we go. So I promise, no hidden wings, no hidden stingers. What you see now is what you get. Yo, you guys said, all right, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at that, lads. Yes, we will. Good. Feast thine eyes. Oh, are your feet ticklish? Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. So you're not a giant bee in disguise. I have 3 bees in a trench coat, and I am off to the cinema to see the Bee Movie. Oh my god. Alright, okay, this is a proper series of English questions. Alright. I'm cracking my knuckles for this one. I'm not, because I can't crack any of my joints, but I'm flexing my metaphorical fingers. So there are a few questions in this marshmallow here. So tea or coffee, and how do you take it? So my coffee is always milky with at least 1 sugar, sometimes 2 if it's a stronger coffee. What's your favorite biscuit? C, not cookie, not cookie. My favorite, oh pardon, a favorite biscuit. Well, it's a good question. I do very much like a chocolate digestive, to be honest. Do I like jazz? Oh my god. B-movie, B-movie, B-movie. Actually, it's been years since I've seen the B-movie. My favorite biscuit, yes, probably the chocolate digestive, but I am also quite boring and I do like a chocolate chip cookie, to be frank. Bonus points if the chocolate chip cookies are those ones that are gooey and kind of warm through the middle. Those are my extra favorites, but they're again, indulgent mention, quite indulgent, so can't have them all the time. And they're quite hard to find actually in England. I know England does have a slight reputation for not being too hot on the food front, and occasionally I will admit that that is true. Sometimes. Frame this moment of me admitting to an English weakness. Frame it. It won't last long. What do you put on your scone first, cream or jam? See, lots of controversial elements about this question, right? Because you'll notice I've also pronounced it scone and not scone, because I am of the common people at heart. I just can't bring myself to call it a scone, although I'm sure that, you know, there's much debate about which one is correct. There's also a debate in England as to whether you put your clotted cream or your strawberry jam on the scone first. Answer carefully. Oh god, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Okay. So clotted cream, right, is really, really thick. So I put my clotted cream on first because then I can put my jam on top because it is a thinner consistency. And if you try to do it the other way round, you just end up trying to drag cream through jam and the consistencies just don't jam. And it always ends up falling off, okay? This is my argument for the cream or jam debate, okay? There we go. That's my answer. The people of Devon, Cornwall, whichever way round it is, probably crying right now at my answer, but that's okay. Being English is just being full of incorrect opinions, I've come to learn. And that's okay, because I'm gonna inflict all of my wrong opinions on all of you. My little bumble babes, you receive my opinions. What's your chippy order? Yes, I have not had chippy in forever, so maybe one is on the cards too. No idea what a scone is. Okay, so I think Americans, you guys have biscuits in America, which is kind of a little bit similar. That's probably the closest thing I can describe it as. Although I think ours are sweeter than yours because you guys put gravy on it. Yeah, I've always been a bit confused about that. So maybe it might be time for you guys to teach me something. But with our scones in the UK, they are sweet. They are a dessert or a standalone thing that you would have with a cup of tea in the afternoon during the summer if you're feeling fancy. But if you went to the chip shop, which is what a chippy is, I would typically get either a nice fresh battered haddock or cod, depending on what they have. Cod is best, haddock is okay, and chips. But I am also partial to a nice battered sausage. Take that knowledge as you will. Yes, in the UK, in various parts of the UK, we do like to put things in batter. I know this isn't a unique experience. And chips is fries. Yes, it's not crisps in a packet for our American brethren. It's like big chunky fries, like big thick chips. Big thick chips. The thicker the better. But if you think that battering a sausage is bad enough, in Scotland they batter many more things than the English do. So really you should be turning your accusations on the Scots rather than on me. You can take that back to Stronny. Although I do have a big appreciation for the Scots and their ability to deep fry Mars bars and, you know, various other things. Battered sausage like a corn dog. Not quite, although having said that, I have never had a corn dog, so I can't really 100% comment, but corn dogs always look kind of softly battered on the outside. I've never actually seen one in person. They're like a mythical creature. What is a corn dog? But it's kind of like a crunchy, crispy beer batter, like made with beer a lot of the time in the UK. Beer battering has become very popular. So it's a different batter. It's very crunchy, it's very crispy, and it's very bad for you. So I'm gonna guess it's probably different to a corn dog, but somebody's gonna have to maybe weigh in from the other side of the pond. Mara, what is your Greg's order if no one's asked? Sausage roll! Sausage roll! Absolutely, it's got to be a sausage roll. I'm not one for a steak bake. I'm not one for a, you know, like a slice. I'm a sausage roll girly through and through when you go to Greg's. I know they do pizzas and things like that, but you just can't beat a sausage roll from Greg's. Again, I'm a creature of habit. I do the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry. And to be honest, the only Greg's I've ever had have always been like delivery, or when someone brings them to work and you eat them like 20 minutes after they've come from the store. So I've never actually had a hot, fresh Greg's sausage roll. I know. It's a travesty and a tragedy at the same time. Maybe we'll change that. Should we have a Greg's trip? That sounds nice. And my favourite Pokemon. And my favourite dinosaur was also asked as well. My favourite Pokemon is a tough one because I always go towards the evolutions because I'm a boring girl. Which one is it? Umbreon was always my favourite growing up, the dark type. But, you know, little Eevee herself, you know, the OG, so cute. So I think Umbreon and Espeon were my favourites, I think. That might change though, Maybe I should do Pokemon review. And we'll do Pokemon ranking tier list. Favourite dinosaur, however, I am going to go for the Velociraptor because I was always terrified of those when I was watching Jurassic Park in my younger years, and I think that's probably quite a good sign of a solid dinosaur is how scared you are of them. Like in the Jurassic Park movies when they were making like the clicking and hissing noises, no, it was over for me at that point. It was over for me. Next one was, do you have breakfast or do you skip it? So I love breakfast. The egg and the orange juice on my starting soon screen looks so good. But to be honest, I often do skip breakfast a lot of the time during the week because I don't have time and I would rather be in bed for like an extra 15 minutes sleeping than up and eating. And normally I can grab something kind of on my way to work, so I don't starve to death. Don't worry, don't worry. But I do love, you know, a full English, a good fry up, scrambled egg, poached eggs, fried eggs. Delicious. I've recently learned how to make an omelette. Everybody be proud of me. Which sounds stupid as hell, but I always just turned it into scrambled eggs before. So making an omelette is a big achievement for me. So breakfast is served. I can make you an omelette. Yeah, black pudding. Black pudding I am not a gigantic fan of. It's very popular in a lot of parts of the UK. It's just not for me personally. I don't know if it is genuinely the taste or whether it's the concept. But yeah, not so much for me. But that just means more for you. So oh, this next question is hard. What is your favorite feature of your design? Oh my gosh. That's a toughie. That's a toughie. Oh my god, because frankly, it's a tough pick. It's a tough pick. I just gotta say I love my hair. I know everybody thinks I'm gonna sit here and go for the boobas or the hippies. The little hips or the boobas. But my hair just looks so freaking delicious and it's so shiny. When are the VTuber L'Oreal adverts coming out? And just coupled with the little bangs and the slightly longer kind of front bangs. Like, oh god. She's hair goals, and none of them are extensions. We are all natural. What are your specialities as a maid? Oh my goodness. Well, I tend to think that I yes, and the hair drills. Exactly. Another little wasp bee mentioned too with the drills, and they even move like this too. Super cute. Specialities as a maid. Well, I mean, bedroom cleaning is one of my specialities. I am brave enough to venture under the beds to collect all of the suspicious rubbish that's been collecting under there. But I also like to think that I'm very good at doing the laundry and getting everything smelling nice, making your whites whiter than white. And making sure that you always have soft sheets to sleep on, 100%. I can also cook as a maid as well, so although I was a little bit self-deprecating about my omelette skills a minute ago, I am actually semi-decent, so I think I'm also a nice cook as well for you too, even if it's not typically in the job description for a maid. That's more of the cook, but you know, who needs multiple members of staff when your maid can do it all? At least that's what I keep telling you. Please don't hire somebody else. Or get a Roomba. No, not the Roomba. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw you walk into a room. Hey! Oh my god. Hang on, my blush. Let me turn my blush on. That was pretty funny. I do rate that. The tomato turning tomato red. Did you own or like V pets such as Tamagotchi or Digimon? Oh my god, my Tamagotchi did die a fair bit. I'd never had a Digimon. I never had a Neopet. I think I gave my Neopet, I had it for like 2 days and then I gave it to my friend. But Tamagotchis, hell yeah. I think I still have my Tamagotchi somewhere, and if I changed the battery it would probably still be alive. Those things are resilient as hell. I think Tamagotchis are actually built like Nokia phones. If there was an apocalypse, you would just see like a Nokia phone and then you would see a Tamagotchi as well. Do I have any pets? That's a very good question as well. Sadly, no, I do not have any pets. Otherwise, I surely would have spammed you with many photos on Twitter. my pets. Sadly, being a renter in the UK, if you rent your house or your apartment, your flat, typically landlords are quite reluctant to let you get a pet. So regretfully, pets are currently not on the table, although I would love a pet. I would love a pet. A cat, a dog, a chinchilla is my weirdest. You know, everybody has that weird like dream pet that you would have, but it's really like unfeasible and kind of weird. Mine is a chinchilla. I would love a chinchilla. They are so soft and they are so cute. But I swear I saw somewhere that they live for like 40 years. So that's a big commitment and they need a lot of entertainment. So I think, yeah, maybe chinchilla is not on the cards. Despite my dreams. Someone says, I like your shoelaces. Thanks, I stole them from the president. So funny. Throwback. Oh god, I've been getting a lot. Oh yep, was getting a lot of marshmallows about the song. Is it hip to fuck? Yes, absolutely. Cracking song. Do I make milk? Milk, honey. You know, I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Do I make milk? Do I make honey? Some may say both. Some may say neither. But we'll have to find out. You have to use your imagination. All right, darling. You have to use your imagination. Someone says, does that mean you sting? No, luckily, don't worry. I am soft. I am kind. I am unlikely to hurt you, alright? Just provided you don't tickle me, okay? Let's have a look. What else do we have? Oh, are you into trading card games? Not particularly, I must confess. I did do a little Pokemon cards in my childhood youth days, but to be honest, I don't think I have any of them anymore. But I have seen some VTuber ladies doing some card opening for Pokemon packs, so maybe that'll be on the cards at some point, eh? On the cards for Pokemon cards. Very funny, Mara, you're so funny. But you know, trading card games. Does this count? Probably not. Top Trumps, which is a bit of a throwback. I think they still make them. Top Trumps was a game we played a lot as kids. You know, the kind of game where you pit your cards against each other. The Lord of the Rings deck of Top Trumps was my favorite. I loved playing Shadowfax out against people because I loved horses as a child. It is a throwback. We used to collect them. You know, my family, if we went somewhere and they sold Top Trumps, we would just buy them. I don't know if kids don't do that these days, do they? I'm so old right now. The kids don't do that. You think with that feather duster of yours, would it tickle? I think my feather duster would tickle 100%. Oh, it's not even on the screen. This thing would tickle 100%. Look at it. It looks so fluffy. This is clearly 100% real feathers. Although, they look a little bit like Ketsu's feathers. Anyway, these are all ethically sourced feathers, and they are so fluffy because you can't get all up into the cobwebs if you have a shitty duster. So you have to have the finest quality only. Looks multi-purpose. Yes, the handle does look a little bit ergonomic for the hand, shall we say. This is one of my favorites, so you can go. Ah, you're so funny. Maybe it could be used to clean your ears. Maybe it could. Maybe it could. Maybe that's something to be worked in to an ASMR for sure. Would I watch over you while wait, would you watch over me while I sleep? Of course I would, darling. Of course I would, darling. If you fall asleep during one of our ASMR sessions, it's okay. That just means that you're relaxed, you're safe with me, and hopefully you feel safe and secure. And I will absolutely watch over you. Like I said in my lore, I will watch over you. I will guard you until you wake up and you have had all the rest that you need. So don't worry. Just because I laid down my sword and my shields, that doesn't mean that I am not still ever vigilant. So you're in safe hands. Do not worry. Do not worry. Now this is probably going to be my last question I answer because it did make me laugh quite hard. Somebody said, how well can you understand Stronny? I think I can understand her pretty well. Are some of you having trouble understanding Stronny? Is she that hard to understand? Although, the thing is, she doesn't even have the broadest Scottish accent that I've ever encountered. So I can understand her pretty well. I think she does a very good job at communicating. Perhaps there's some references here and there that are Scots through and through, but I think being from the UK, I've encountered enough Scottish people in my time to understand her pretty well. I love her accent. It is adorable. Her little Scottish accent. Oh, I am a little bit of an accent sponge, so if I were to do a collab with somebody with a strong accent, I'm going to come out the collab sounding like them. So maybe me and Stronny could do like a indoctrinating Mara into the Scottish way of life kind of stream. English girl goes in, Scottish girl comes out. Aye lassie, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, that was not a Scottish accent. I'm sorry. That was not a fucking Scottish accent. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna need to work on that. I'm sorry. My accent repertoire is extremely narrow. I'm so sorry. But this brings me nicely, actually, to the end of our stream. Because speaking of accents, I am going to send you... Let me just check she's live. She should be, but let me send you on your way to Seru Foxhound, who is, oh my gosh, ready for interrogation. Oh my god, she's ready for her interrogation of you. You're gonna get interrogated. Are you ready? Are you ready? Did you bring your balls of steel to today's stream? No? How unfortunate. Let me click into her stream just to check she's up and yapping. She is indeed. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, and she looks so good and cute. So thank you so much. So much for joining me for my 2.0. I hope it has been enlightening and has given you a little glimpse into my bare soul. Please do continue to submit your your marshmallows, I should say, to me. I can see my little number of marshmallows going up. So don't worry, I can see that you guys have brought some in. I will be doing some more Q&A sessions soon, so please by no means feel that you need to stop the marshmallow submission. I want to see them all day, every day, 7 days a week, 24/7, 365, whatever. All the time. Okay. And don't forget to go and check out the ASMR that I have produced and I have birthed to the channel, as well as the music video. If you haven't already, I know you have, because you're good boys. You're good boys. But I will send you off to Sorry Foxhound now with a brief ara ara. And I will see you on Friday for our next stream at 10 p.m. British time for Pico Park with all of Forbidden. Until then, my lovelies, I will miss you so very much. Try not to miss me, okay? But I promise I will see you very soon. Alright, my little bumble babes. There we go, we'll test it out, Leave it in there, let it hang, sit with it for a minute, see how it feels, and let me know, okay? Alright, goodbye my honeys, goodbye!